Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel English Stories with me, and today I am telling you beautiful story. So let's begin. I was 22 years old, young and full of dreams. I had a good job. I traveled often for work. One day I took a flight to another city. I sat by the window. I loved looking at the sky. When I looked up, I saw her. Her name was Lina. She was very beautiful. She had long black hair, a bright smile. She sat next to me. I felt nervous, but I smiled and I said, "Hi." She answered me back. We started talking. At first, we talked about simple things, the weather, the flight, our favorite places. Soon we laughed together. It felt easy, natural, it felt special. People often say, don't talk to strangers, but sometimes strangers become important people in our lives. That day I met the woman who would change my life forever. The flight was short, but it changed everything when we landed. I didn't want to say goodbye. I asked, "Can I have your phone number?" She laughed and said, "Okay." She wrote it on a small piece of paper and gave it to me. I held that paper like a treasure. The next day I called her. I was very nervous again. What if she didn't remember me? But when she answered, her voice was warm. "Hi David," she said. "I was waiting for your call." We started dating. We met every weekend. We went to parks, cafes, museums. We talked for hours. I loved her smile, her laugh, the way she listened. After 1 year, I asked her to marry me. I was so scared. My hands were shaking. But when I asked, she smiled and said yes. It was the happiest day of my life. We had a small wedding. Only family and close friends came. It was simple but full of love. I wore a dark blue suit. She wore a beautiful white dress. I will never forget how happy she looked that day. After the wedding, we moved into a small house. It wasn't big, but it was cozy and full of dreams. Lena loved flowers. She planted roses and sunflowers in our garden. Every morning she watered the plants and talked to them like they were her friends. I worked in an office. Lena stayed home at first. She said she loved taking care of the house. She made it warm and full of laughter. 2 years after the wedding, Lena gave birth to a baby girl. We named her Elia. She had her mother's beautiful eyes. I still remember that first time I held her. She was so small, so perfect. I cried tears of happiness. 3 years later, Lena gave birth to a baby boy. We named him Leo. He was strong and loud from the first day. I laughed and said, "He will be a strong man." Our family was complete. We were four. Life was busy but full of joy. I worked hard. Lena stayed home to raise the children. She cooked wonderful meals. She helped Elia with her homework. She played soccer with Leo in the backyard. In the evening, we sat together on the sofa. We watched movies, told stories, and laughed a lot. Sometimes we fought about small things like who forget to buy milk, but we always forgive each other quickly. One winter evening, I came home tired. It was snowing outside. I opened the door. The house was warm. Lena and the children were baking cookies. Elia ran to me and hugged my legs. Leo shouted, "Daddy!" and jumped into my arm. Lena smiled at me. In that moment, I thought, this is happiness, not money, not a big house, just love, family, laughter, and warm cookies on a cold night. Years passed. Ilya grew up. She loved painting and dancing. Leo loved soccer and building things. They filled our house with noise and dreams. On weekends, we went to the park. We had picnics under the big trees. We flew kites when the sky was clear. We watched the sunset together and made wishes on the stars. Lena always took pictures. She said one day, these memories will be treasures. She was right. When the children went to school, I sometimes found Lena sitting alone, looking at old photos. I asked, "Are you okay?" She smiled and said, "Yes, I am just remembering." I loved her more every day. She was not just beautiful, she was strong, kind, and full of life. I felt lucky to have her. Even on difficult days, when I was tired or worried, Lena gave me strength. Her love was like a light in a dark. I promised myself, no matter what happened, I will always protect this family. I will always love Lena.